Now, it's the biggest conurbation in the southeast, and today the Medway towns have collectively launched a bid for city status. Medway is made up of 5 distinct towns: Strood, Rochester, Chatham, Gillingham and Rainham. This will be their 3rd bid since becoming a unitary authority in 1998. And so far, Medway will be competing with Croydon, Reading, Milton Keynes, Bolton, Ballymena and Perth. Tonight, we've got 3 reports from Ria Chatterjee in Chatham, Nicola Weir in Ballymena. But first, here's Bryony Mackenzie from Milton Keynes.
Think big, think shiny and think new. That's Milton Keynes in a nutshell. It's got theatres, a huge shopping centre. It's even got its own indoor snow dome. And according to its PR people, all these things give it the wow factor. But before any of that, Milton Keynes got these. The concrete cows, here since 1978, proving it's a place not just about big business, but also about art, and is able to poke fun at itself. It's certainly aiming high. It was only given town status 43 years ago and so far has 2 failed attempts at city status under its belt. But like Medway, it's hoping to be lucky 3rd time around.
Ballymena, it's famously referred to as the City of the 7 Towers in the heart of County Antrim. It's home to around 50,000 people, and even on a damp day like today, it's still packing them in. The town was built on land given to the Adair family by King Charles I in 1626, so it already has regal connections. And if it's history and scenery you're after, you won't be disappointed. And we're a talented bunch. Liam Neeson, Jimmy Nesbitt and the thundering politician Ian Paisley all hail from this borough. So if the Queen gives us the stamp of approval, there will be no need to change this sign.
Medway has great expectations, and the people in the know are doing all they can to fulfil them. But a meeting isn't going to win them city status. The streets hold the key.
Well, it's certainly got history, it's got a castle, and if you think a city should have a cathedral, well, it's got one of those too. But it's embracing the 21st century too, with some 1,700 new homes on St Mary's Island alone. And it's got 4 new universities with a total of 10,000 students.
Medway has this unique relationship with the Thames, with the Navy and its history, and with London, and all that goes with that. I think the fact that it's got this unique position on the mouth of the Thames gives it a very special place in everyone's mind.
But let's not forget, we're talking about the Medway towns, 5 of them. So how will locals feel about them melting into one?
It's not a bad idea. We're all under one council anyway.
They'd lose their individuality in terms of each of the different towns, and particularly Rochester, which is quite sort of unique, really.
Rochester's got a fantastic feel to it. It'd be nice to kind of sort of grow that through the rest of Medway towns, including Chatham and also Gillingham.
The council are expecting to have 4 million visitors to the area in the year 2020, but that figure could be much more if city status is to be the making of Medway. Ria Chatterjee, BBC South East Today, the Medway towns.
Well, I'm joined now by Robin Cooper, who's Medway Council's Director of Regeneration. Thanks very much for joining us. This is a unique collection of towns, isn't it? How do you impose what it will be essentially an artificial city status on separate towns?
Well, it is 5 main towns, as you say, as well as the villages of Medway. But we have a population of over 250,000, so we are by far and away the biggest conurbation in Kent and one of the biggest in the southeast. And we think now is very much the time to go for city status. We hope to achieve it. We hope to get the letter from the Queen in 2012.
But if you take somewhere like Rochester, it's got a distinctive and rich history. Won't it lose its USP, if you like, if it's subsumed into a wider Medway city?
No, I don't think so. We've got a very rich heritage, and you've already mentioned Rochester with the castle and cathedral, and behind us here this evening we've got the historic dockyard in Chatham and many other historic parts. No, people will still have that identity. They will still live in Rochester, Chatham, Gillingham, Strood, Rainham, all the villages, but the city will be the city of Medway. But the whole idea of launching this idea today is to hear from the community and to get community backing for what we want to do.
How much does it cost every time you bid for city status?
It's not going to cost a fortune. We haven't worked it out yet, but it's going to be a pretty insignificant sum in terms of the economic benefits which we can get from being a city and the attraction of inward investment and jobs into this area which a city would bring.
Because I'm just wondering, I mean, it hasn't worked in the past, has it? But Rochester has been a city in the past, so might your efforts not be better directed into bidding for Rochester to be a city again?
No, we believe there's much more synergy in going for a city bid for the whole of Medway, and 2012 will be a great year for us. We of course have the Olympics on our doorstep, we have the celebration of Dickens' birth, we have the celebration of the Royal Engineers 200 years. We also have a number of other events and festivals for that year. So if we could achieve this in 2012, that really would be a fitting tribute to what the people of Medway have delivered here.
OK, thank you.